Gotta get more followers.
Hello everyone, welcome to CFT's recommended trading books. That's right, these aren't necessarily just for futures traders, guys. If you're a trader of any discipline, hey, maybe you'll find some interest in these. I believe they all apply to traders of all sorts. They're not future specific, so sit back and enjoy all books that I've read and highly recommend. Real quick, there's my website, screenshot of it. If you're interested in the world of futures trading, be sure to check it out. Deals, discounts, reviews, promos on funded futures programs. Also, I have a free futures course. I have tons of articles. Everything on my site is 100% free. You can sign up for email notifications when there's some new special promo that's going on. So before we get started, trading's not easy. Most people fail. Read that disclaimer that was at the beginning of the video. It's all about how you will most likely lose your money trading futures or any trading product. I typically, in my videos, I don't talk trade setups. I don't sell anything. I'm really just trying to pass on good information. I do have some videos like showing trading and explaining what I'm doing, but I'm not trying to convert anyone or sell anyone on any specific trading style. Getting back to the reading. Reading is fundamental. Guys, you should be reading. So I'm a big proponent of traders should be spending a decent amount of their time away from the screen doing other trading related things, and one of those things could be reading, learning. I have other videos about other stuff you can do, like analyzing your stats, planning your day, etc. If you don't like reading, audiobooks. If you don't like spending money, here's a pro tip. You didn't hear it from me. Go on YouTube. You're here now anyways. Do a YouTube search for any book title and throw the word audiobook at the end. Chances are you'll find some scoundrel who uploaded a video that's really just the audio version of an audio book. So all the books I'm going to be talking about aren't the ABCs of trading. I'm not into the technical stuff. I think there's better ways to learn that than reading a book, but I do think there's a ton of great stuff on sort of trader psychology, getting your mind right, different ways of framing your trading. Let's get to them. Number one, hero of mine, Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone. He focused very much on trader psychology, focusing on risk reward, probabilities. It's in some ways, I guess, technical in the sense that he's very pragmatic. It's just like, look, think of your trading as a world of probabilities. You know, you're going to win whatever it is, say 60% of your trades. You know what to expect then as you're trading, trying to overcome your emotions and remove them essentially as much as you can from trading. He's very straightforward. He's very simple. He's an amicable guy. Also encourage you, and there's a screenshot here in the middle. If you look up his name on YouTube, there's a whole series he did. Now, this is quite old. I mean, you can tell just based on the pictures. But he put on a whole seminar where it's essentially the same thing as the book. So if you don't want to read the book, watch the seminars. I think they're completely valuable. I just say go search for it because technically I think people aren't supposed to be uploading these. So they get taken down sometimes and then someone else will upload them. So I didn't want to put specific links to it, but because they might be gone by the time you watch this video, but just search, as it's at the top of that screenshot there, Mark Douglas Trading in the Zone seminar. You'll probably find them somewhere, or hey, read the book. There's a screenshot on the right. Number two, One Good Trade, Mike Bellafiore. He is the co-founder of SMB Capital. They are a New York-based prop firm. They don't really focus on futures. They're much more sort of stock and equity based. But they're a legit sort of big name prop firm in New York. Mike is one of the co-founders, and he's also an author. He has another book called The Playbook. I liked One Good Trade better. I recommend reading as much as you can, so if you want to read The Playbook as well. But going back to One Good Trade, I mean, the punchline, if you don't want to read the book, I do encourage you to do it. It's just focus on making one good trade. And then the results of the trade don't really matter. Move on to the next good trade. As long as you are taking specific, great premium setups, they're not all going to win. But if you're focused just on only taking great setups, over time, those will add up. So the book is full of anecdotes and stories from the prop firm. So that's where the real value is. You get to frame it a little bit better. But I do think there's a lot of value in kind of thinking about trading in that sense of just really focusing on premium setups, kind of reducing the number of trades you take and make them excellent trades. Number three, Atomic Habits by James Clear. Not a trading related book, but a good book. So it's all about breaking habits and creating new ones and kind of how they add up over time. It might seem simple, it might seem frou-frou, but I promise you, as you're reading it, things will just ring true. So I'm rereading this book right now as I record this. I read it years ago, I'm rereading it now, and every chapter as I'm reading it, I've been taking notes. I'm just like, wow, that really applies to trading, and I need to think about that, and I need to do this. It's very motivating, but very simple at the same time. Like, none of this stuff is like brain science, but just reading it gets your mind in gear and starts thinking about how to change what you're doing and how to frame it and what steps you might take to do that. So I do recommend it, Atomic Habits. Mental Game of Trading, back to trading books. Jared Tendler, he's a performance coach. He's worked with poker players in the past. I mean, I'm sure he still does. He put out 2 other books, The Mental Game of Poker 1 and 2. Those are great books as well, but this one is focused much more on traders. This book is pretty deep, like it covers a lot of topics, so this one's probably going to be more of like an intense read. It has several things like overcoming your fears, putting in place good habits, improving yourself as a trader, methods to identify where you need improvement. There's lots of exercises included if you want to do those. So I definitely recommend this one. This is one I would almost encourage you to not do the audiobook version, actually read the book, just because of the exercises, and there's lots of like forms and whatnot that you can use, templates if you will. But Jared, also a very amicable guy. You can go find him interviewed on several podcasts, and I definitely recommend that one. That one's a newer book, actually. I mean, it came out at this point, I think about maybe 2 years ago, but a newer book relative to some of these other ones. And then lastly, Market Wizards, a classic by Jack Schwager. He's since written New Market Wizards and also Unknown Market Wizards. I mean, these are just stories of traders. It really helps you appreciate the different backgrounds of each trader. A lot of times we just start to think that everybody is kind of like yourself and approaching trading the same way, and you realize they're not. People come from such varied backgrounds. There's so many different roads to success, and it's motivating to hear all these stories of different traders, and it makes you start to think about your own journey into trading and how you want to progress as a trader as well. So I definitely recommend those. So final points, a lot of learning can be done away from the screen. I really do recommend traders get away from the charts, the screens, the actual trading. Take some time. Becoming a better trader isn't always about just better setups, better executions, finding, the magic formula to trade. The psychology of trading is very important, and by absorbing that type of stuff away from the screen, even when it comes to trading, you might not be sitting at your computer thinking about the Market Wizards or thinking about Jared Tendler and what he had to say, or Mark Douglas, but it's in your subconscious, and it might help you make a decision a little bit better that you wouldn't have made in the past. In my experience, most traders are just out there. They want to hit the market. They want to get rich quick, and it's just not the right avenue to actually become a successful trader. You have to put in the work, and I think that reading, it's actually like an entertaining and fun way to still be involved in trading, actually be bettering yourself, and it might help you out in the long run. So there's nothing but upside by reading a few books. Lastly, my contact info, website, CanadianFuturesTrader.ca, social media is on my website. My main focus on my website is funded futures trader evaluation programs. You can learn all about those there, but basically if you want to trade other companies' capital and then do a profit split with them, they'll put up the capital if you can prove that you're an apt trader and can pass their evaluations. I personally don't think they're that difficult. You can look at some of my other videos about that. If you have a specific trading plan in place, there's links down below in the video description, and of course at my site. I keep it updated every single day. Guys, hopefully that inspired you to go check out one or many of those books. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.